Tuesday in the month of April that we have Pre-K Discovery. So since it's the last Tuesday of the month, we're going to sing the month song, because the next time we come, it's going to be a new month. So let's do the months. January, February, March and April, May, June, July and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Well, this month is still April for one more week, and then it's going to be a new month. Now, when you were singing the song about the months of the year, do you know what next month is going to be? Well, when we come back next week, we're going to know that it's a new month. It's still spring. It's not summer yet. It's coming up, but not yet. So it's still spring, which means in April we've had a lot of rain, haven't we? Or it seems like it. Because they say April showers bring May flowers. And we have lots of showers in April. So today is the 27th, and how does Miss Barb know it's the 27th? Because you guys can count with me, so let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27. And there are 30 days in April. And we only have 3 more days left in this month, and then it'll be a new month. And I have a family story time coming up too for you guys to watch. So our letter of the day today is the letter P. P. And P is for pond. Pond. And this is a pond. And a pond is a small body of water. It could either be natural or it could be man-made. A lot of people have man-made ponds in their yard. And P says P for pond. And this one looks like it's a man-made one in somebody's yard. And there's some lily pads in there and some reeds. And maybe, oh, you know what? There are some koi fish in there. I have a friend who has a pond in his yard, and they have very big koi fish in their yard. So P is for pond. So we're going to talk about pond today in our story, but first we're going to practice writing the letter P, because that's just what we do, right? Where is Miss Barb's marker? Here it is. Okay. So P is for pond, and you can see on my picture that it is also for pig. So there's a piggy, and what's piggy say? He says oink oink. So Miss Barb has a piggy, and this is a capital P, and this is a lowercase p. So a capital P is a line down and a line around, a line down, a line around. And we do one more, a line down and a line around. That is a capital P. This is a lowercase p, and the difference between the lowercase p is it has this little part of its tail sticking below the line. Same way, line down and around, but I went below the line. A line down and I dropped below and I came around. A line down and a line around. And one more makes P, and P says puh, puh, like pond, like pig, like petunia, which is a flower. So we're going to read a story about the pond. And the story is called Over and Under the Pond by Kate Messner, and with art by Christopher Silas Neal. Over and Under the Pond. And do you guys know what over and under are? So over is above. This is over Miss Barb's head. And under is below Miss Barb, which is the floor. So over and under the pond. So we're going to read this one. I like the story. It says, over the pond we slide, splashing through lily pads, sweeping through reeds. It says, the water's a mirror reflecting the sky, sunshine and clouds, and then a shadow below. What's down there, I ask? Under the pond, Mom says. It says, under the pond is a whole hidden world of minnows, crayfish, turtles, and bullfrogs. We're paddling over them now. Over the pond we skim past tall rushes, whirligig beetles loop and twirl, skaters on a warm summer surface. Under the pond, minnows dart through weaving forest of grass while a brook trout lurks ready to lunge. Over the pond we lift and dip and pull past 2 rows of painted turtles on a waterlogged tree. 1, 2, 3, they slip off and away, splash, gurgle, sploosh, under the pond. Over the pond, cattails rustle and shush in the wind. Listen close. Cuckaree, cucklaree, says a red-winged blackbird races by. One has grass for her nest. Under the pond, a caddisfly larva builds a home of her own, a secret shelter of pebbles and sand. It says, over the pond, the shadow of trees lean out from the shore. We coast under a low-hanging branch. A moose looks up with a mouthful of water lilies. We interrupted his lunch. Under the pond, beavers dive deep. They pump with powerful tails and rise to the surface with delectable roots from the mud. It says, over the pond, the wind gives us a push and stirs the light dappled leaves on a shore. There, on a branch, a new goldfinch teeters, finally ready to sell. Under the pond, tadpoles are changing. Learning to hop, they are losing tails and growing legs and growing up. Over the pond, there at the shore, tall and silent still, a great blue heron stares down into the deep. It tenses and it takes one long-legged step and strikes. It catches a wiggling quicksilver minnow from where it was hiding under the pond. Over the pond we drift, heads tipped to the sun. A woodpecker clings to a teetering pine, digging for ants. Under the pond, an otter claws for freshwater mussels. Over the pond, a sleepy dragonfly lands for a rest. His spindly legs tickle my knee. Under the pond, dragonfly larvae watch what swim by. They catch minnows in monster fast jaws. Over the pond, the shadows stretch. Ospreys circle on quiet wings. Raccoons and minks stalk the shoreline for supper. Under the pond, a flip of a tail, a crayfish disappears in the dark. Over the pond we head for home. We glide, swish, and bump right onto the shore. A far-off loon calls good night. The sky turns from sunset to dusk to dark. Night settles over the pond, and the prowling crayfish and drowsy turtles, scuttling crayfish, tadpoles turn frogs, waving herons, and stalking raccoons. And says, and the hidden world beneath the pond. And that is our story, Over and Under the Pond. So we're going to learn how to make an origami frog today. So when Miss Barb sets up, we're going to come back and we're going to learn how to fold an origami frog so that you can make one too. All you need is a piece of paper. So let me set up and we'll be right back. Okay, so you remember our story, Over and Under the Pond, and that is the story we read. So one of the things that were under the pond were tadpoles. Or when tadpoles grow up, they become frogs. So what Miss Barb wanted to do today was to teach you how to make an origami frog. And origami is the art of folding paper. And that means that we're not going to use any scissors. We're just going to fold the paper and we're going to make a frog like Miss Barb's, and my frog will hop. So I don't know if you can see him, but let me put him on the book because he's kind of low. So you're going to watch. Oh, he did a flip. Oh, and he flipped right off the table. All right, well that's okay because I'm going to make another one to show you how to make it. All right, so what you need is a square of paper. This is a square because all three sides are the same. All four sides are the same all the way around. They're equal, so it's a square. So my square has white on one side and green on the other side. It doesn't matter what color your frog is. Just use regular paper out of your printer, and you want to make a square out of that paper. So you're going to take your square and you're going to fold it in half so that you make kind of like a taco, like this, and then you're going to unfold that. So now I have a fold mark across here. I'm going to fold it the opposite way. I'm going to make another taco, but this one is opposite of that one, so that when I unfold it, you will be able to see across. Like, there you go. So I have a fold here and a fold here. All right. Then I'm going to lay my paper down, and I'm going to take each corner and I'm going to fold them into the center, like that. And I'm going to fold this other one into the center, just like this. You can see I'm folding them into the center. And when I'm done, all four of them will be folded into the center. And it will look like a diamond then. And a square. But it's a smaller square now. All right. So I folded all of them in like this. You can see they're all folded in. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this side and I'm going to fold it to the middle. To the middle. I'm going to fold it in like this so that it is right on the middle line. And I'm going to put a good crease in it because I want it to be sharp. So I folded it in like this to the middle. You're going to fold this one into the middle also, so that they abut up against each other. So now I've done this. Folded them in, both of them into the middle. Now I'm going to take this bottom part and I'm going to fold it up. Like that, okay? Just like this. I'm going to press hard. I want them to be crisp edges. All right, so now it looks like a triangle. All right, so then I'm going to take this one, this corner, I'm going to fold it to the halfway point. Just like that. And then I'm going to fold the other side to the halfway point, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. You have to make sure it's really crisp, so push down on that paper when you fold it. So now it looks like this. I folded it in to the middle. All right. So now it looks like a pointy, like a steeple or like a hat. All right. So now you're going to take this bottom part here and you're going to fold it up to this part here. So you're going to fold it up so it's lined up with that. And then you're going to give it a good crease. So push it down because it's thick. There's a lot of paper in there, but you want to push it and rub it hard. So it's like that. I fold it up. Now it's even smaller. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it back. So I like this. So it's folded up and now I'm going to fold it back. So I'm going to fold it back and I'm going to give it a really good press with my fingers. Because remember, no scissors, only folding. All right, now I've got this part here and I got this point, and we don't want this point. Miss Barb's going to take it and she's going to fold the point back because she doesn't need that point. All right, and now I am officially done folding the paper. So I'm going to give my frog some eyes. You can draw some eyes on her. I just happen to have some stickers. I'm going to give him one there. And I'm going to give him one there. And I'm going to give him some orange circles because he's a poison dart frog because he's got bright colors on him. So I'm going to give him some line and some marks here. Maybe a circle there. A circle here. So I've decorated my frog. Are you guys ready to see if he jumps? Is my frog going to jump off the table? All right, let's get my book so you can see him. You ready? So there's my frog. Are you ready? Here you go. Oh, he did a flip. Let's try it again. And he went off the table. So that is how you make an origami frog. And if you remember, we talked about the two words, over and under. So if you remember, over is above Miss Barb's head, and under is below the table, which is where both of my frogs are. So you guys have a really good day, and Miss Barb will see you at the next Pre-K Discovery. Goodbye, everybody.